In the first 20 minutes of Detective Pikachu, a genetically modified electric rodent with a heavy caffeine addiction, and a grown man playing charades with an existential mime. Everyone in Rhyme City seems to be just fine with this. Yeah, I'm Atomic Moo Moo. That's Becky. This is Wait, Go Back, the show where we like to explore the unhinged chaos hiding in plain sight, because my brain physically won't let these details go. Today we're going to talk about why Rhyme City is secretly a bureaucratic nightmare, why a certain purple monkey species needs to have a serious intervention, and why a shape-shifting blob gave me literal Matrix Mr. Smith nightmares. But before we go over Rhyme City zoning laws, let's just talk about why this movie works so well. All right, so pure unfiltered nostalgia. This movie was able to teleport me right back to the 90s. I'm talking elementary school recess, surrounded by chaotic kids under an extreme time limit of 15 minutes. I used to have the 3-ring binder with the little plastic sheets in it. You could put your cards in there. And man, if you had a holographic card in your binder, you weren't just another kid. Oh no, you were a tycoon of the playground, right? Becky knows all about it. But spoiler alert, I do not have that precious binder anymore. No, I believe that it falls into the rest of our 90s favorite items, into the ether of things my parents probably sold in a yard sale, just like Becky. Oh, so sorry. But today we're gonna do something special and we're gonna open a pack. Now I unfortunately opened it and realized I wasn't filming, so, pretend to, the rip. Action right here. All right, so this is a Mega Evolution Perfect Order. Okay, so excuse me, I probably will not pronounce any of these names correctly. I cannot speak properly, so apologies. All right, I also haven't had Pokemon cards and I don't want to say how long, so there's also that. So, Becky's all about it though. All right, so our first one here, Turtonator. All right, Turtonator. Cool. We've got a trainer card. Neve. Those are cool. I don't remember those back in the day, Ooh, this one's cute. This one's a cutie but Judy. A D-Ben, D-Den. I don't know, man. But it's cute, all right? It's like a little mouse rat thing. All right, again, apologies for pronunciations. Probopass, that dude, cool beans. Actually does look pretty cool. Shiny. Landorus, yeah, pretty cool. Rock tumbler, I don't know, man, but cool. Yeah. Okay, a Standalet, kind of creepy looking little dude. Not bad now, man. Just, basic energy, Every pack needs one of those. Right. Oh, also, so we're opening these. Fun story. When I went to get these in my local Walmart, I didn't realize that they were locked. So, it makes sense. They're, put them in your pocket pretty easily, right? But anyway, so chase down the person, get them to unlock it, pick your pack, whatever. I expected them to just hand it to me by that point, but no, they actually take the pack for you and walk you to the register with it. And it's just, I've never had that experience before. So it was new for me. So let me know if that happens everywhere. I don't know. Maybe it's just the Walmart that I was at. Couldn't tell you. Meowth. I know this one and I can't say it still. But that's, whatever. It is shiny though. I like it. Oh, it's okay. It's a bug thing. And Andoros, dude, again, so sorry. Right, Becky, I need to make you one of these, don't you think? I think you'd be a great Pokemon, right? With your space helmet on. I think it'd be great. A fletching? It's a bird-ish thing. It's a bird. And then core memory, all right? So I do apologize. I'm new at this and you only get one shot at opening it, and I forgot to hit the play button or record button, I guess, so there's that. But that was fun, right? We went down memory lane. That was great. It was a good time, I think. So in standard Pokemon lore, the Apon are like these cute little like monkey like type creatures. Right? Like they have like a cute little goofy smile and it's like little hand like tail thing. With if like they would be like a top tier friend, right? So in Rhyme City, like no, like 5 minutes after like they sniff this like weird creepy like purple gas stuff, man, these things turn into like feral lawn ornament creatures that are from a low-budget 80s horror film, okay? They are just chasing down our main characters. They're like climbing and scaling buildings. They're throwing office furniture all around, and it's just complete mayhem. You know, these almost like if a Furby came to life and wanted to murder you, is the vibes I was getting from that. But as terrifying as a feral monkey squad, it's nothing. And I mean nothing prepares you for the absolute psychological thriller that is the Mr. Mime interrogation scene, okay? So this is where we shift gears and we become a buddy cop noir. And our main characters need information, and their prime suspect is a cartoon who literally cannot speak. It is just beautiful chaos. All right, so they are interrogating Mr. Mime in an abandoned warehouse, and of course, Mr. Mime mimes a brick wall, right? And then, so instead of going around the invisible brick wall, our main character decides to go through a door and pretend have fake gasoline, and then fake match. He's gonna light it, and then obviously Mr. Mime just keeps blowing it out. So he goes outside of the fake wall and lights the match, and then of course breaks Mr. Mime, and you can just see the absolute dread on his face. But again, this entire scene is just chaotic, and I love it because Mr. Mime just looks like a walking marshmallow with shoulder pads, and it's just absolutely absurd. And the fact that they put it in this movie was just amazing. All right, so next we're off to an underground club, battle arena, and I love it because your first kind of look is just the sound system, and it's just an entire row of louders, and it's just absolutely amazing. If I could have a party and my sound system be louder, it would be epic. That's all I can say. And I love Pikachu in this point too, because he's just just thinks he's all tough, right? Just gonna take on this giant Charizard, right? It's crazy. And so we see them, and then we see again the spooky or creepy purple gas, and we kind of get another hint into what's kind of going on. But I just needed to point out about the louder sound system because I think it's one of my favorite parts of the movie as well. All right, but all of these amazing little scenes, they pale in comparison to when the movie shifts from this super fun, happy Pokemon adventure to a straight up horror film, okay? We need to talk about Miss Norman, or should I say the shape-shifting blob that literally gave me Matrix nightmares. All right, but before the big reveal, this character is just tracking our main characters throughout the city. She is just rigid energy, soulless, no emotion, no blinking. It reminds me of Hugo Weaving, Agent Smith tracking Neo, and just, ooh, vibes. And then mic drop. And we find out that it's just a genetically modified Ditto. What? All right, and finally, we have to talk about the grand third final act of the movie, all right, of this logistics fever dream, and that is Mewtwo. All right, Mewtwo shows up just looking incredibly badass. All right, just pure floating majestic power. But we need to talk what's the villain's main goal here? What's their end game? All right, Becky, you know the end game? No? Okay. Well, we find out that the villain's goal here is to take the godlike powers of Mewtwo and fuse all of the humans into their Pokemon partners' bodies. All right? I don't know. Could be a good time. I don't know. All right, let's pause here for a quick minute and just like think about this for 2 seconds, right? So suddenly, you aren't a guy just walking down the street anymore. No, your consciousness has just been slammed inside of a round, picky Jiffy Pub or like a flaming horse or like a literal piece of garbage, like a trubbish, And the sheer existential panic happening in the streets of the Rhyme City Parade is just like unmatched. I don't know. What do you think, Becky? If this happened to us, like my body, or I guess it would be my mind, would just be in your plastic flamingo brain, but I'd have a cool helmet, so I don't know. Right. At the end of the day, Detective Pikachu is just like, it's an absolute blast of a movie, okay? It's got incredible heart, got gorgeous neon visuals, and it brought me right back to like my childhood, at recess and just all of that goodness. And beneath that beautiful, cute, fluffy exterior, it's just a beautiful, rendered, unhinged fever dream. All right, so we've reached the point in the video where we are gonna do the Becky scale. This is where we rate the movie 1 out of 5 plastic flamingos, 1 being just a normal Tuesday and 5 being a brain-melting collapse of reality. All right, Becky, what do you think we should be giving this movie? 4 flamingos out of 5. And honestly, I mean, it's completely fair, right? Between the feral monkey squad, the existential mime interrogation, and the fact that everyone's souls were literally just liquefied and stuffed into Pokemon bodies during a parade, the movie belongs in the chaotic Hall of Fame, in my opinion, and Becky's. Let us know in the comments below which background detail made you do a double take, and what kind of Pokemon partner would you want? Would you be a Snorlax like me? Maybe. And also, seriously, did the Ditto creep you out as much as me, or am I just traumatized? If you want to hang out in the neon corner with me and Becky as we pull apart the bizarre logic of our next movie on our list, make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and let us know what movies we should add to our list to watch next. I'm Atomic Moo. This is Wait, Go Back, and we'll see you on our next rewind. Bye!